Did it bring tears
Yeah,
to your eyes?
yesterday I flew out of Detroit at 6 a.m. Really terrible. To head up to Minneapolis. Didn't see you. Basically, I went out. I worked the day in Minneapolis, and then
Yeah.
I went to the wedding, which was a pretty early Friday wedding. It started at 5.
Oh
The
boy.
ceremony did.
It's like, could
Um,
you happy? That's cutting into the happy hour beforehand, right? You need to. I don't know.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it was fun though. It was good. It was a good friend of mine from high school. They did in fact get married.
Nice.
Um, the vows were exchanged. It was on the roof. It was a rooftop ceremony, and we sat looking at the sun. So there's
That's
just
always
this
good.
bright light in my face the whole time, but it was fantastic.
That's like the most recent wedding I was at. It was probably 95 degrees out, and we were on a stone pavilion thing where it was just scalding.
Just
Anyway,
radiating like it's like the what do you call it? The volcano, like the cavern. What do you call that? It has a name.
caldera. What
Yeah,
is that right? I think that is
something like I think you
like
might be right.
the bowl of hot lava soup. Is
Yeah,
that what we're talking about? I
exactly.
think that's a caldera. Anyway, we're into the game. First game of the Midwest Cup, number 8. First game of broadcast game of Legacy of the Void that we've got going on. What the hell?
And first bronze player we've ever had. Kevin, history after history.
History is being made right now, Tasteless. Literal esports history. DJSpectre in the orange, up in the top right. He's our man. Will he make it? Who knows?
And spawning in the bottom left, the Red Terran, Passer. I believe this is Passer's first Midwest Cup, unless he was known before by another name, or I forgot.
Nah,
Possible scenario.
This is his first one. My little overlay deal thingamadigger. Display game tooltips. I don't know if that. Huh? That's weird. Whatever. Good. Close enough. The
Just a hint of in-game lag, sort of the what I'd call the new normal for a little while until we get regional dedicated servers.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think because the server is in the U.S. though, right, or something like that. So it won't
Correct.
be. It's not too bad for U.S. based players. I haven't noticed too much of an issue, but we'll see how it pans out. You know, we'll see if any sort of things come up. So, Legacy of the Void. What's different in TVT? And I'm not even too sure. I guess like the big differences here would. I mean, obviously the economy change is different. As you can see, we're already, kind of ripping and rolling into this game already, seeing as how we started with 12 workers for both players anyway, so less time for us to banter. But as far as different units for TVT, I mean, I guess the big changes is really with Terran Mech for the most part. Has become. I think they're trying to, continue to make it more sexy. Maybe David Kim really wants Artosis to live out his dream of going mech in every single matchup and every single game. However, neither player's. Passer, he's certainly gone up the tech tree a little bit more quickly than DJSpectre. DJSpectre opting for more of a little bit. Was it a little faster? Yeah, definitely a little bit faster in the economy opening. He's already got that second base finished and mining, so we're seeing a little bit more minerals coming out of him. But Passer probably going for, I guess it looks like, is this, I guess, Widow Mine plus some Marine drop?
Yeah, well, and I think one of the cool things in Legacy of the Void is how much faster Terrans can take their gas.
Okay.
Because there's a lot less of that worry of expansion timing. I think it is because you can reckon in the workers already. So I think that's kind of cool that you're able to just in general to tech a little bit faster. That bunker is still so strong. So in the early game, you're able to tech that much faster because at any given point, right, the risk of the total aggression that could be coming your way is less.
Sure. And we'll see if DJSpectre, he's got a couple of Marauders. I think they'll do okay to hold this off. The medevac certainly helps out with these Marines, but they're pretty squishy compared to Marauders, so... Oh, the Reaper! Well, Not sure if that was a sacrifice or just a mistake, but he certainly took that Wood of Mine to the face.
Not. I would think if it was just a sacrifice, you'd probably try to sacrifice a Marine there, but...
I don't know, man. I don't know. But no, Passer still managing to... I mean, have we got some workers killed? We definitely do. Passer's killing off 5 so far. And, you know, a decent little bit of economic damage. DJSpectre still ahead in the worker count, but this would have been hit. Is it going to happen? Oh, SCV's OP.
Yeah, wow. They lived through a splash?
Yeah, it only does 40 damage, right?
Yeah, that ain't cool, man. That ain't cool.
That ain't right.
That ain't right.
But we're seeing so all in all, I don't think DJSpectre is too far behind after that. I think the fact that Passer has some of these higher tech buildings already out and already producing some higher tech units is certainly a bonus in his regard. You know, he's certainly got a number of medevacs already. That's going to be very useful for him. But DJSpectre, he's just laying down the barracks, man.
Racks on racks on racks.
Make barracks, make Marines, win the game.
DJ's dropping that beat coming.
And so, I mean, it's kind of looking like if DJSpectre is maybe able to hold off a lot of this aggression out of Passer, he'll be in a pretty good spot, I think. Really, they are. I mean, they're decently even right now. DJSpectre having a much later stim timing though. That's probably a bit of a concern, honestly. It means he's definitely not going to be able to move out early, you know, at any soon period of time.
I really don't think he means to, though. I mean, he's dropping his 3rd here. As long as he can expand and defense it, I think he's going to be pretty happy. He's probably... Yeah, he was ahead in workers there a little bit, but pretty good drop here by Passer.
Oh yeah, that was an extremely effective drop here by Passer, which really, I mean, he's swinging the game heavily in his favor at this point. There was like a second set of...
There were a couple of units that didn't get a ton done.
Sure. And we're seeing a...
Cute little Banshee.
Yeah, not too bad. Oh, takes it... Wait, when the Banshee cloaks, did it just... It only took splash damage with the Wood of Mine, I think? Right?
Oh, that's possible.
I think that's what happened.
That's kind of cool.
That was kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Just saved it for just a little bit while longer, you know, managed to force Passer to use a couple extra scans and all of that. So, you know, you get what you can out of it, you know?
Right, exactly.
It's value time right here.
This is one of those maps that's like, this is the Terran Dream. There's a narrow ramp at the front. There's that big exposed airspace, you know, open airspace.
Yeah. Well, it's
with nothing really useful below it.
It's kind of a doom drop dream though, too.
So right, exactly.
I could see a lot of TVTs being decided by, you know, somebody doom drops and their opponent's out of position and suddenly, you know, you're having a bad day.
Right, exactly. The main is pretty easily droppable too from the left side of DJs or the right side of Passer's where DJ's coming in right now.
Yep. Got a whole bunch of Wood of Mines looking to clean out this SCV at the SCVs at this main, but they do evacuate in time, so not a whole lot of damage there. And unfortunately, those Wood of Mines are pretty much left for dead. They got him.
Do you like the laser, the reticle?
It's kind of. I think it helps for viewers too, especially. I think for players, like, it probably helps a little bit, but I think for a viewing experience, it's kind of nice too, because then you can really like get that anticipation, like, oh, it's gonna hit that guy. Is he gonna move out of the
sentry?
Yeah. Instead of sometimes it feels random, you know.
Right.
And it's not.
Well,
random,
it is pretty random.
No, it's not. There's zero randomness in StarCraft 2, except I think creep spread might be random. But that can't be.
Which little patch it spreads to first?
Yeah, I feel like it can't be though, because the way replays work. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. Now, Passer.
No, I think it's always like, shoot.
Well, I don't know. It might be. Anyway, Passer actually just had. There's a big play there where Passer picked up a large part of his army that was attacking, and that medevac got killed off. So he lost a whole bunch of units in a very bad way, really.
Yeah, an attempted big old scary drop.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like the two medevacs that were full got picked off by DJSpectre, and suddenly, if we're looking at our units tab, Passer used to be very far ahead in the medevac count. It was like 6-2 in favor of Passer, but now they're even in medevacs, and that's kind of a concerning. Really, actually, their armies are really similar to each other at this point in time. So DJSpectre, while it was looking a little grim at one point, he's caught back up in workers. He's caught back up in army supply. He's showing the world.
Now that awkward stage though, where they're doing a dance. So
yeah.
One player moves first.
Yeah. Well, and right now we're getting a little bit of unintentional base trading that might be coming up because neither player really knows what's going on from their opponent. I mean, DJSpectre does see, he may have seen this red scan over his base. It's a bit of a impending doom, and here comes the doom drop into the main base of DJSpectre. Similarly, a big attack onto Passer's third base. Maybe not as devastating as this doom drop into DJ's base. It looks like he might be going back home to try and save it off. Is it even an... I mean, is it too little too late at this point in time, though? Once you kill the production...
The thing is, DJ has done more damage at this very point, right? But Passer is sitting right on top of his production, which makes this a really scary sort of base trade situation. The map's so big, though, to come back like this is a questionable choice. We'll see. Hopefully it turns out for him, right?
Yeah, but I mean... It's even if he clears out this army, he's lost so many of his unit producing buildings, and he actually has lost a lot of SCVs. But I mean, it might not matter too much with how many active mineral patches they have. But all the same, and DJSpectre, he just barely.
Oh no! What's happening?
Oh, I think he's going to be unable to clean up this army. Did we die? Oh, did you drop, Sam? Are you alive, Sam? Yep, Sam's dead. I think we lost Sam. He's done for. Okay, so we've lost Sam. But we'll
I'm
continue
back.
on. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're still in the game. Okay. What up? Are you on Wi-Fi at home or something? Or?
I am on Wi-Fi at the moment.
The struggle.
I know. It's a complicated, test of cables coming.
Okay. No, man, that's how you gotta get that, like, 1,000-foot cable that you just run from anywhere. Kind of like at our house where Isaac runs a cable from the basement all the way up to his second floor.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, unlike Isaac, I don't have the freedom of being a single man, so I can't run a cable through the house.
Yeah, yep.
So I gotta run it through the walls.
Yep.
And I'll get to it. It's an item on the list.
Yep. So, I mean, this is a point in time when... a lot of people would say the game has normalized out a little bit tasteless, but at the end, I mean, well, I guess. I mean, really, with the destruction of that third base of Passer, I mean, both players are just trying to retake their third base. I'm really still concerned about DJSpectre's lack of unit-producing structures. I mean, we see right now Passer's pumping out 7 Marines at a time, and DJ's got the capability to pump out 2 at best.
Right.
So while their armies are pretty even right now, no, DJSpectre, don't leave your base. Not now.
Well, I think what he realizes is he has to do something right with his existing army.
But he's probably not feeling so good about this attack that's coming into his third base. He may just be committing to, we're going full base trade. It's going to get weird. It's a TPT. It might be a draw. We'll see. DJSpectre does have a couple of...
Lift the fleet.
DJSpectre's got a couple of Vikings, though, so if it does come to a draw and those Vikings... Wait, are they still around? Oh, no, they died. Oh, those are like the...
Right, but if you only have a couple of Vikings and if your opponent has a ground army, they can float their buildings above their ground army.
True, very true. But, sometimes you just gotta hope that mistakes are made.
Right, it looks like Passer had just enough at home.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he rallied back, some of his units that were just kind of waiting in the reserves. He brought in the National Guard and was able to clean that up.
And the National Guard were heroes.
Yep. So nicely played by Passer. Also nicely played by DJSpectre, to be honest. It's pretty cool. But Passer does take game 1. Although it's still an exciting match, to be honest. I enjoyed it quite thoroughly. It was pretty close. Like, sometimes I like how sometimes we'll see lower level play, and it's really kind of boring, to be honest. I mean, it's just like sometimes people are really kind of stuck on, I'm going to stay at my base, I'm going to make my army, I'm going to move out, right? But these guys were really, they were all about, getting some aggression on the map, really kind of getting the game moving. And I don't know if that's just a characteristic overall of Legacy
It's
of the
power
Void.
of Blizzard coming through, Kevin.
I mean, it might be. I'm not entirely sure. Like, it might be that at all levels, maybe the game is just like picked up in pace a little bit. I haven't seen it. I mean, we've seen tournaments with Grandmaster level players and stuff like that, but I don't think I've seen many or any tournaments with lower league players. And maybe it's maybe it's become a more exciting and spectator friendly, I guess, game at all skill levels. Perhaps. Maybe it's just these two guys, though. It could be. I will give props to them for being entertainers through and through. So it looks like, I think DJSpectre, he's just kind of trying to look over the previous match stats. I think sometimes they're a little bugged, though, in Legacy of the Void, which can be frustrating for people that want to see, okay, what did my opponent open with? What was he, what were his upgrades looking like? Why was I behind? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Always important information to have, those squiggly lines,
The squiggly lines. Mm-hmm. I wish there were just a little bit more. Well, I wish there were... I don't know.
Much more.
Like everybody, I'm like, I wish I could customize my stat screen.
Yeah. Well,
especially when I'm working on something specifically.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to see the times I wasn't building workers, or simple things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there are. There are external programs that do that, but it would be sweet if it was all boiled into the game client itself. But you know what? We can only beg and plead of David Kibb so much. I guess it's not really David Kibb that does the Battle.net UI, but
Right.
Okay, so it looks like DJSpectre, he's ready to go. He's taking his time. That's okay. And Orbital Shipyard, I actually kind of like that map. Honestly, I feel like I haven't.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen it too much. I don't know. I haven't been watching a lot of Legacy of the Void tournaments, though, unfortunately. I've been watching a number of streamers play it, but mostly Zerg, because I am extremely biased, of course. But yeah, so I think it seems like a pretty exciting map, and it doesn't seem like... I think the scouting opportunities on it are a little bit tough, perhaps, just because of how constrained that that ramp up in the main is. But overall, pretty fun map. And we are in to game number 2, round 1, the first match of the Midwest Cup, number 8. We have our 2 players in the bottom right. Our blue Terran, he's up 1 game. It's our boy Passer.
And spawning at the top left, a Midwest Cup OG down 1 game. Can he bring it back? It's DJSpectre. Wearing the red trunks, I might add, if I did not already.
What if he's not wearing trunks at all, though? Is that...
Kevin, one of the things about an online cup that's so wonderful is that's a distinct possibility. He could be wearing no trunks at all. Maybe we find that leaves him in a more comfortable, cooler state, or maybe we'll find he feels even more insecure and plays differently, perhaps for the better, perhaps for the worse.
Could be. The world may never know, though.
We could know, though, if we go to an interview immediately after. Demand a video interview.
Maybe someday. Someday. We'll get there. The technology just isn't there yet. So, DJSpectre going a little bit more... maybe a little more aggro this game. A couple of quick barracks out of him. Is he just going to be pumping out... Can he even pump out, like, double Reaper on this much gas? I suppose, probably. He's probably done the math.
I want to say yes, but you wouldn't be able to add add-ons and things like that.
Yeah. It might just... sometimes TVTs are just this really silly, like,
right.
3 racks Reaper sort of deal where you just try and
I think if you were just going to 2 or 3 racks and just crank Reapers, though, I would think you would have run on into Proxy it.
Yeah, that's true too.
Especially on a 2-spawn map like this.
it could be that he just like he gets out like 3 or 4 and he says, okay, I've got some map dominance, and then he moves into like a more economical state. That's not even like a real phrase, is it? I don't know. I'm just gonna make words up, you know.
I understand the concept that you were trying to communicate with your words, Kevin.
Well, economical.
Economical is a word.
But I think it's the wrong word for the moment. But anyway, Passer, he's gotten into DJSpectre's base. He's throwing his bombs. He's dropping bombs.
Use of the KDA charge.
Dude, that's funny. The Game Heart overlay thing thinks that 8 workers were killed when that bomb went down.
Really?
Did you see that? The pop-up thing? Yeah.
Well, it's weird how they get displaced the way that they do.
Yeah, I still question if the bomb thing, like, it's neat, I guess, but I don't know that it's actually useful for anything. I don't know. Like, people say, oh, it disrupts mining time, but, I mean...
I think what it does mean is you can run in with 5 Reapers, probably.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could really blow some stuff up, especially maybe this kind of situation. We'll see a profound impact of those bombs.
But what I'm more interested, we're gonna see some crazy player, you know, some like it's gonna be like Rotterdam, somebody that is always doing kind of quirky stuff, and then some pro copycat him.
Yeah, no, I think
throwing grenades to like stop zealot charges or something like that.
Yeah, no, I think like Gumiho will do some sort of like 18 Reaper, you know, shenanigans. So DJSpectre, he's smelling blood right now. He's saying, I got some kills.
Get out the gate with this. This is pretty scary. He is not building anything. I mean, neither of them are building anything. 2 Reapers at the top. Otherwise, the game is quiet. He's sitting on a lot of money. He did just take an expansion, but I would love to see more production come out of him behind this.
Yeah, I mean, he has had some pretty solid micro, to be honest, though. He's only lost 1 Reaper so far, and he's just been letting them get into that, you know, that really low health range, and now they're able to regen super quickly with that passive that they have. And it's turning out extremely effective right now. Drop bombs! Oh, do it! It's perfect! Oh, I want him to do it. I want him to drop bombs on those SUVs, like right there, on that Hellion. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be. It would knock the workers back too.
Yeah.
You get 2 volleys off.
You'd be like,
I think the game is all but lost here for Passer. You're sitting at home and you're like, oh my goodness, Reapers, Imba, how do I get out of the Silver League? Things that Passer could have done right here, right? He could have dropped in an early bunker as he began his defense, realizing that he didn't have enough. You know, that way as units trickle out, he can repair the bunker, and a Marine can kill all of those Reapers in a bunker. So,
yeah.
Of course, if DJ does a really good job of microing back the weaker Reapers, he can keep them alive for a long time, but it still, you know, would put him in a better situation than he was in.
Yeah, that was some, that was some cool play, though, out of both players. I mean, for bronze and gold level players, Passer had 158 APM and DJSpectre had 106. That's not too bad. I'm proud. I'm proud of everyone. So
legacy inflation. So game number 3, we're going to Moonlight? No.
We are going to Dash and Terminal, my man.
Thought I got vetoed.
No.
All right, if you say so, I believe.
I think it is, right? I mean, they'll let us know. If we're wrong, we will be quickly reprimanded by by our players.
Yeah, if you veto a map, you ain't playing it.
Yep. But looks like so far cool. All right. So we're down to a 1-1 situation. This makes it basically a best of 1, right, Sam?
Holy crap, Kevin!
No, but it's exciting. It's pretty cool. I like when we get. Sometimes the first rounds of a tournament are pretty much just stomps, but this is close. I'm liking it. It's cool. And it's TVT. I mean, there's only like a few Terrans in the whole tournament, but you know, here they are showing off their stuff. We are into the game. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a 1-1, and Passer, our blue Terran.
Somebody told me, I haven't watched a ton of TVT. But I thought you built, like, Liberators and tanks. I thought that was the thing.
I don't know, that'd be sweet. I mean, I think you can still basically play bio right? Like, there's no... If both players are like, I really want to play Bio, it's just going to happen, right? Like, it's going to... I mean, it's still just...
Right, if that's just what you're the most comfortable from part of this one.
And I'm trying to think of, like, okay, what are the Legacy of the Void? You know, ooh, I like the play by Passer, too. He's blocking off... I don't think you can jump up that ledge, though, can you?
Yeah.
You can? Oh, I think
so.
Yeah, probably. I wasn't sure if it was like...
I mean, I couldn't. It looks really high.
I wasn't sure if it was like a double high ledge, but I guess it's not. I like it. It's cool. He's making sure no Reapers hop in through that section. And I guess I'm torn on introductions for StarCraft matches every single game. I don't know. I feel like they don't need to be
introduced first on whether or not they need to be introduced.
Yeah, you know, I mean, maybe first game.
I can tell you for a fact, whenever they bring up players onto a stage and introduce them, then I think that's awful. But I do like them being introduced the first game of the series.
Yeah, and maybe like the very last match, you know, if we're at like a 1-on-1 situation, it can be exciting. I guess the difference too is like for a live crowd too. You know, I guess you wanna hype people up or something.
You want to give people reasons to yell.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we'll see.
Raise your donger.
I never need a reason to raise my donger. It's pretty much always there. Anyway, so DJSpectre, what's he doing? He's changing it up a little bit this time. He's not getting cheeky with Reapers. He's just going straight into, you know, Barracks, Factory, Starport. Looks like a Banshee opening. I mean, I'm terrible at Terran, but I see a Tech Lab and a Starport, and I'm thinking Banshees.
Great analysis, Artosis.
Basically Code B level, right?
Code B level right there.
I'm almost there. But I do like how, I mean, DJSpectre's effectively... Oh, nope, never mind. Passer gets the scout with that Reaper. That's a hero Reaper right there.
That's right, you got the scout, got a 1 Marine kill. DJ responds by doing a little disrespect to his own base. A little sloppy by Passer there to just try the same angle again.
Yeah.
Before waiting for help.
It's greedy, you know?
Yeah,
but I guess he might have just, like, rallied funny, too. He might have tried to, you know...
Well, that could...
get the rally to go all the way around, but then Reaper just said no.
Right.
Not today.
Another Tech Lab coming down for DJSpectre right away here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it probably
the
Marauders.
The little R8
I don't know.
charge. KD8 charge.
The what?
R8's the vehicle by Audi. Well, Passer likes these little bombs.
He does.
Tossing them around. They need a nickname because KD8, I don't know whose idea that was. Too hard to say.
Is that what it's called? KDA?
Yeah.
Bomb?
KD8.
KD8. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, Passer's gone for this... I mean, pretty much the same strategy that DJSpectre went for last game. It's damn near the same thing. Unfortunately, not as effective as DJSpectre's execution on it. I think... Spectre has probably, I mean, since he's played with it before, he kind of knows, alright, this is what I need to look out for. He's got a Marauder down to help try and clean up these Reapers and take care of them.
Yeah, we're seeing some cooler things out of the charge. Like you said, I think that the mining time is probably negligible, but he actually slowed down DJSpectre's Marauder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think just, yeah, I mean... I think overall it's a mechanic that we'll continue to see maybe an evolved usage of. And it looks like DJSpectre, we kind of missed it. Well, I missed it on the observing, but looks like he had flown a Banshee over and probably was taken out by a couple of missile turrets. I don't know if it really got too many significant worker kills. Only 1 worker killed on Passer's side, so he's still feeling okay there. And as it is, I think both players we're slowly going to be getting to a situation where they can't, with their current openers, they can't do too, or at least Passer, I think his aggression is going to slow down in a little bit. Since these Banshees, these Widow Mines, these Marauders, they're really kind of getting rid of the effectiveness of all those Reapers. So instead, Passer going into another command center. And I think that's about similarly timed as DJSpectre's command center. I guess it's actually quite a bit earlier, but overall, how are you feeling about the status of both of these guys? Who's looking strong right now?
I don't know. We're looking at both players realizing nothing crazy was going to happen in the first 6 minutes, so they now both decided to sort of buckle in.
Yep.
Both taking very conservative expansions, which I think is kind of curious. No reason to me not to drop those on the low ground right away. With the armies that they both knew each other had, and they both knew that they were both mainly at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think the worry is that, like, if you have an SCV all by himself, it could be easily picked off by, like, one of DJSpectre's Banshees or by Passer's Reapers. And we got a tank drop, though, coming in from Passer. Tanks look so goofy. I wish Ultralists looked like that in Overlords. That'd be hilarious.
That they just kind of hung on from the bottom.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. But the tank drop, I mean,
does get the pickup.
Sort of effective so far. You know, it's still going on. I don't think he's gotten any additional worker kills out of it. However, overall, Passer's been keeping the worker count down on DJSpectre's side a little bit more effectively than his opponent. So there's certainly something to be said about that. However, DJSpectre going for speed Banshees. This is going to be interesting. Huh.
So this is my worst nightmare as far as tank drop placement on this map, right behind the natural there, behind the middle line with vision above.
Ooh.
Oh, the wind line picks it off.
Nice, nicely done. Okay, it is not speed Banshee speed, that is Terran ship weapons. I haven't seen that icon in a long time. I was like, you what?
It looks different to me.
It does. Well, because it used to be just...
But they also got rid of it, that's right.
Yeah. So it used to be just like mechanical upgrades or whatever, or yeah. But now they are separated for ground and air mech weapon and armor upgrades, so...
Terran players can hate me if they want, but I've always hated the lack of foresight that was required to transition from a giant ground mech army to just being like, and now I guess I'll make battle cruisers because I have so much money from my orbit.
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of understand the reasoning, I guess, where it's like, oh, we don't, I don't know, but the execution maybe was not right. I don't know. Anyway, Passer trying to move out. He's got one medevac with this army, but I feel like, I mean, is he?
I don't know what his things are. I think he's just checking for thirds. Maybe he just wants to do some tank drop back and forth.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of...
I think that's the case, and the Marines are just here to back him up.
Yeah, it's going for a little bit of that elevator play, I suppose. That's what we usually call that. Unfortunately, a couple of Vikings picking that up pretty easily. And DJSpectre is really going in on this Sky Terran. It's pretty exciting. We'll see how effective it is. I think he was able to hold.
Seen someone go straight to Sky Terran in TDT.
Yeah, I mean well, and he's kept up a little bit of a bio army, I think, just to like hold on for the time being. But he's definitely looking to. I mean, I don't know though. I'd like to see another starport. I'm not sure. He's doing a little bit of everything, I guess.
You can't counter one of everything, Con.
Yeah, it's the ultimate build, you know.
You just shit with having more stuff.
Yep. So, I mean, we're running into another. Well, okay. The drop by DJSpectre into the main of Passer is going to be pretty effective. Unfortunately, targeting the wrong engineering bay, so it's not going to cancel anything. Although, the save, Passer, repair, nicely done. Not sure why he didn't kill off that engineering bay, but you know, sometimes nerves get to you, and you're like, oh, I just got to get out of here.
Now almost got it. The emotional damage of letting
yeah.
burn.
Yep. So DJSpectre, I don't think he was quite ready for this attack. He doesn't quite have the army at home to defend against it. He might be able to pick off the tanks with this Banshee, but this Marine and it's just Marine count out of Passer at DJ's base. The reinforcements have arrived though, so they might be able to hold off on this.
Yeah, I think with that Banshee, it stayed close. No scans still coming down.
Yeah.
just a hero of his people. Pasher is able to hold on though.
Yep. And
By the power of Marines, you know, some of that earlier damage done,
dance party
keeping
down.
that SCB count down. Some of DJ's the unfortunate timing, right, of being split up there.
Yeah, I think it was just, I mean, StarCraft is a very positional game as well as a strategic one. And, I mean, well, you could say position is a very large part of strategy. And as it is, DJSpectre just wasn't quite sure where his opponent was at all times, and so that kind of run around and clean up by passer really clinched in the game. He's moving on. DJSpectre's going down to